keys. Okay, if you've ever been confused how API keys work, in this video I'm going to break down exactly step by step how you can connect two software applications together using something called an API key. Okay, so imagine this is software 1, this is software 2. Two different applications, two different softwares. An API key is something like a bridge that connects both of these softwares together, okay? It's also something like a special password or special key. It grants access to this software, It allows the exchange of data to flow through one application to the other, okay? I'm also going to show you a simple analogy. That will help you understand how APIs work. Okay, so for example, this is a clubhouse. Okay, this is a clubhouse. It's a business. It's an establishment, and people want to access this establishment, right? So you have one person right here, one person right here. This person has an API key, okay? And this person does not have an API key. So because this person has an API key, this person can now access the clubhouse. And think of the clubhouse having some facilities like a swimming pool, a gym, etc. So this person can now have access to this clubhouse, and because they're using the facilities of the clubhouse can now charge this person, okay? Because it's a business, it can charge this person, and it's using the API keys to track the usage of that person. By tracking the usage of that person, it's now able to charge them accordingly, okay? And that's the beauty of API keys. It allows the flow of data between one software application to another. So if you're building an application, perhaps you're building a software and using Python, right? You're writing a Python code. You can now embed your API keys into your code and then ask for data, okay? You're requesting data from a server, from an external server, okay? Now think of this clubhouse as OpenAI. OpenAI or Google or Anthropic, they are all businesses, okay? So they're going to give you data back. They're going to give you access to their functions. For example, OpenAI could give you access to their models like the Whisper model, the TTS, the chat completion model, etc. Okay? So the way you get access to their models is through the API key. Okay? You authenticate yourself with the API key, then you're going to send requests to that business. Okay? You say, look, I need to do this data processing. I need access to your chat completion model, and it's going to give you access to that model. You get the access, you do your data processing, and you get the answers back. So basically, it's a way to give you access, control costs, track the usage, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So, by the way, I'm testing the new live stream feature in YouTube, which is apparently vertical. I just found a whiteboard, so I'm practicing some public speaking. So if you joined in, make sure you comment and tell me where you're from, what you're struggling with in your Python and OpenAI applications. I'll try to answer the questions. Okay. I see you wrote some Hindi, my friend. I do not speak Hindi, but looks amazing. Akshay, welcome to the live stream, buddy. Where are you from? What are you working on? If you like this video, make sure you like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all that, and I'll keep you posted with the latest content, Python, APIs, OpenAI's assistant, all that kind of stuff. Do you want me to dive into the OpenAI Assistant framework? Maybe I can do that because a lot of you guys are building OpenAI assistants and agents. So what I'm going to do is talk about the assistant framework. Okay, by understanding the assistant framework, you can now build really amazing applications just by understanding this simple concept, okay? This is the assistant. And OpenAI provides you access to this assistant through something called an assistant API. You can create assistants, you can add your knowledge base to assistants, you can send messages to the assistant, get messages back, okay? Now the assistant has access to a couple of things. The assistant has access to the LLM model, and it could be GPT 3.5, GPT 4. They have access to the LLM model. They have access to the threads. Think of threads as a collection of messages. Okay, so back and forth messages, user assistant, all that kind of stuff, okay? And then you have something called knowledge base, KB. This is important. This is very important because you heard me talk about RAG, retrieval augmented generation, and this usually drives that component because, as you know, the LM models are trained on the internet. Okay, it's trained on the vast amounts of data, YouTube, Google, Reddit forums, all that kind of stuff, right? LM model. But when you have specialized knowledge with the KB, with the knowledge base, okay, let's say you have Word docs, PDF documents about your business. Let's say you are a dental business. You have documents about dental advice. Oh, the board isn't clear enough? Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I'm just, I'll get a new one. This is just for practice, okay? But can you hear my voice? If you have any questions, perhaps I can answer it over the phone. I just love explaining stuff on a whiteboard. I think it's easier to explain and visualize. Okay. Data Dude. Welcome, Data Dude. Where are you from? What kind of projects are you working on? Have you worked with the Assistant API? Clear from Sweden. Hey, buddy, welcome. This is Imtiaz from Dallas, Texas. Nice to meet you. You guys are working on amazing projects. We have a lot of smart people in the community. I definitely love talking to you guys. And yeah. As you know, OpenAI Assistant is always coming up with the latest and greatest technology, so I'm keeping up, and if you guys learned something, feel free to share it. Is it free or paid? Well, it depends on the, it's actually paid, but it's very affordable, if you're using a GPT 2.5 model, but they're the only guys who have the assistant framework down. I played around with the Google agents. It's just not there, it's not there yet. Learning, building agents with Crew AI. Data Dude, hit me up, go to my school community, send me a message. I'm going to do some workshops with Crew AI, and I'm going to be learning and as well as teaching you guys how the framework works. But Crew AI is amazing because it basically allows different agents to communicate with each other and to accomplish a task, a common goal, right? And they can work autonomously. And that's why it's so crazy. And I think you can do a lot with that. Okay, Nigeria. Okay, great. We have people from all over the world. I'm gonna get rid of all this. I'll come back with a new whiteboard. But okay, guys, welcome. Join. If you're joining in, tell me where you're from and what are you working on, what kind of projects you're working on, and what languages do you speak? Hablas español, fala português, Drus with you. I've been learning a few languages, not so good, but mostly, if you want to learn Python, which is the language of AI. Okay, if you want to learn Python, if you want to learn prompt engineering, it's going to position yourself very well in the marketplace, because as you know, agent technology is coming. There's a tidal wave, GPT-5. It's a tidal wave coming, my friends. Even if you subscribe to GPT-4, you still need to pay for using OpenAI API. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I was explaining that, OpenAI is a business. As you know, with the LLM leaderboard, GPT-4 is at the top right now. So if you're going to if you're going to basically start working with your data sets, if you don't want to worry about any tech stack or training, fine-tuning, doing all kinds of wizardry, then I would recommend starting with the GPT-4. Sure, it costs a little bit, but it's going to save you a lot of headache. Okay, you can get your data, user assistant, get your threads, and then go ahead and fine-tune the open source models. Okay, so definitely starting with a good LM model should be your first step. Which use cases to prioritize when building generic systems? Customer service seems obvious because it's high volume and fairly standardized tools, playbooks. Okay, but what else next on the list? Yeah, that's a good question. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Join my school community, it's free. Send me a message there and we'll talk more on that subject. Okay, this was a test, guys. This is really great that I can live stream with all of you on YouTube and just basically get these questions coming. As you know, it's amazing to get like-minded people all in one place, because in that way we can share our ideas, we can talk more and learn together, really, because there's so many new technologies coming in. And Alexander Walsh, where are you from, my friend? ¿Todo bien? Yes. What else is on the list? So GPT-5 is coming out, and I don't know when. Could be this summer, could be at the end of the year. But it looks like, oh, you're from London. Okay, great. We have people from all over the world, Nigeria, London, Sweden. That's great. That's the beauty of OpenAI Assistants. It's like people from all over the world have access to it. There's a lot of entrepreneurs coming out of the woodworks. Now, my neighbor just built a GPT. It's crazy. He never coded before, never learned Python, whatever. Created a prototype GPT, and now we're talking because it looks like it's doing well in the marketplace. And that's the beauty, because you can just quickly test your GPTs, and then when you want a perfect solution, a complete end-to-end application, you can now start working with the OpenAI Assistant and start writing it up in Python. It's actually very easy. If you have some custom GPTs, if you work with some LM models, you can create a complete end-to-end application with knowing just a little bit of code in Python. So in my community, in the school community, I give you the 80-20 that you need to get up and running with this LM models, generative AI, and OpenAI systems. But you do need some kind of code. You need to know some Python, and you need to know some, how to work with APIs, how does RAG work, all that kind of stuff, okay? All right, so I think I'm gonna come back, maybe explain something else, but I'll be doing more of these live streams, and just I'll let you guys know when I come back, okay? So thank you for joining, and keep working on your projects, and let me know if you have any questions, and join the school community. I'm gonna leave the link in the description, and I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Peace, bye.